Hello everybody, my name is Voxel Obsession, and welcome back to another TF2 stats video. In today's video, we're going to be covering all the different weapons that affect the class's speed. Now, this will be a surprise to nobody. Heavy is the slowest class in the entire game. So, Heavy has a movement speed of 230 hammer units per second, and to those of you that don't know what that means, that is 16 kilometers per hour. Or 10 miles per hour. He can get way slower. While spun up, he only moves at 110 hammer units per second, which is 8 kilometers per hour or 5 miles per hour, which effectively halves his movement speed. What's even worse is the Brass Beast, which makes you 60% slower. While spun up, you move at a snail's pace. 44 hammer units per second, which is 3 kilometers per hour and 2 miles per hour. That is ridiculous. But Heavy isn't all slowness, because with the eviction notice, he moves a little bit faster at 265 hammer units per second, which is 18 kilometers per hour or 11 miles per hour. Even better is the Gloves of Running Urgently, which make you very fast, bringing you up to 299 hammer units per second, which is 21 kilometers per hour, or 13 miles per hour. Now we have the Buffalo Steak Sandwich. When consumed, increases your movement speed beyond the Gloves of Running Urgently to 311 hammer units per second, which is 21 kilometers per hour and 13 miles per hour. I rounded all the kilometers per hour and miles per hour to the nearest one, so that's why it's the same, but it's very slightly faster. Now with the eviction notice, when you hit someone, you actually move at 322 hammer units per second, which is 22 kilometers per hour and 14 miles per hour, which is very impressive. Moving on to the second slowest class, we have the Soldier. Soldier has a base movement speed, which is 10 faster than the Heavy, which is 240 hammer units per second, which is 17 kilometers per hour or 10 miles per hour. Soldier has the escape plan, which when you are above 160 health, you just move at normal speed, but as your health decreases, you get faster and faster. When you're below 160, you move at 264 hammer units per second, which is 18 kilometers per hour and 11 miles per hour. When you're below 120, you move at 288 hammer units per second, which is 20 kilometers per hour or 12 miles per hour. When you're below 80, you move at 336 hammer units per second, or 23 kilometers per hour, or 14 miles per hour. And when you're anywhere below 40, you move at 384 hammer units per second, which is 26 kilometers per hour, or 16 miles per hour. Moving on to the third slowest class in the entire game, we have the Demoman. With a base speed of 280 hammer units per second, 19 kilometers per hour, and 12 miles per hour. But Demoman can decrease that speed, the Scotsman Skull Cutter. While you're holding it, your movement speed gets decreased all the way down to 238 hammer units per second, which is only 16 miles per hour, or 10 kilometers per hour, which is almost as slow as Heavy. Now that speed can be pretty greatly increased. With a Boots and Shield, your 280 is increased to 308 hammer units per second, which is 21 kilometers per hour or 13 miles per hour. This is as fast as a Heavy who has just eaten a buffalo steak sandwich. With a head-taking weapon, such as the Eyelander or the Nessie's Dying Iron, that speed can be increased with every head you take. With the Boots, the Shield, and the Eyelander combined with the maximum amount of heads, you get 407 hammer units per second, which is 28 kilometers per hour or 17 miles per hour. But you can get even faster because the Demoman also has a charge for all charges, no matter what, of 750 hammer units per second, which is 52 kilometers per hour or 32 miles per hour. Moving on to the next slowest. Next up we have the Pyro, who has a base speed of 300 hammer units per second, or 21 kilometers per hour, or 13 miles per hour. But it can be increased even further with the power jack, which increases Pyro's base speed up to 345 hammer units per second, which is 24 kilometers per hour, or 15 miles per hour. Now, Pyro also has the Axe Tinguisher, which on a kill, you gain a speed boost, which gets you up to 405 hammer units per second, or 28 kilometers per hour, or 17 miles per hour. This is about as fast as the Demo Knight with boots, shield, and the max heads of the Eyelander. Moving on to the Sniper. Sniper has the same base speed as the Pyro, which is 300 hammer units per second, 21 kilometers per hour, and 13 miles per hour. But while scoped in, that is reduced drastically to 80 hammer units per second, or 6 kilometers per hour, or 3 miles per hour. While scoped in as the Sniper, you move slower than a Heavy who's revved up. To better demonstrate this, I will equip the Classic, which has the same decreased movement speed when you're charging up a shot. This is without scoped in. This is with scoped in. It's a bit slower, I think. With the Huntsman, it's a lot better, but I mean, it's still slow. It takes you down from 300 hammer units per second to 160 while drawn, which is 11 kilometers per hour, or 7 miles per hour. Moving on to the Man of Steel himself, at 320 hammer units per second, 22 kilometers per hour, or 14 miles per hour, the Spy can match the speed of the person that he is cloaked as. So this is without disguised. It's really obvious with Heavy though. You're way slower. Now with the Big Earner, as well as the Dead Ringer, you get the same speed boost. That gets you up to 432 hammer units per second, or 30 kilometers per hour, or 18 miles per hour. That is very fast. Same speed. Moving on to a class that has the same base movement speed as the Spy, the Medic. Same speed as the Spy, which is 320 hammer units per second, or 22 kilometers per hour, or 14 miles per hour. But he does have the Overdose. Now, the Overdose makes you faster the higher your Uber charge is. Basically, he's moving this fast, and then you pull out the Overdose, and he's quite a bit faster. It gets you up to 384 hammer units per second, which is 27 kilometers per hour, or 16 miles per hour, which is almost as fast as a Dead Ringing Spy, or a Big Earner Backstab Spy. Now we've got the Speedster himself, the Scout. The Scout has the highest base speed out of any class, 400 hammer units per second. That's just more than a fully charged Medic who's holding the Overdose. Now, at 400 hammer units per second, that is 27 kilometers per hour, or 17 miles per hour. If you've ever wanted to, reduce that, you could use the Babyface's Blaster, which reduces that base speed by 10%, I believe, down to 360 hammer units per second, which is 25 kilometers per hour, or 15 miles per hour. So, what the Babyface's Blaster does is when it builds boost, you'll see at the bottom, my boost is at 100%. Well, at 100%, Scout goes from 400 hammer units per second to 520, which is 36 kilometers per hour, or 22 miles per hour. Other than that, there are external speed boosts. Now, when you're hit with the disciplinary action, you get a speed boost. I've just given it to myself through a command here, but whenever you hit someone, both you and the person that you hit get the same speed boost. Yeah, guys, Alex Squared is here now.
Add a cont, and then TF underscore.
Okay, so now I'm moving at 322 hammer units, and then I pull out the eviction notice, and it goes up to 370.5. Okay, so if I switch to the gloves, I think this is the maximum. Gloves are running urgently with the speed buff. It gets you up to 418. That soldier is a spy! Okay, I'm gonna give myself a speed boost. Okay, I'm already pretty fast. 520! That is so fast. Look at how fast I'm going. I think the max speed for Demoman is a charge, where he goes 750. Okay, 406 is the maximum. But then I throw on the classic getting whipped. I think 520 is actually the speed cap.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
520 is the speed cap. Okay, so Demoman can reach it. Alright, give myself a speed boost as Pyro. Not quite the speed cap, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, Power Jack is the only thing that makes you faster, other than the extinguisher. The fastest that Sniper can go is 405. He doesn't have any weapons that make him faster. Who's the next? Who's the next slowest?
Spy probably.
It's probably just Spy. At 425. 425 with
425. Yeah, it's the same for that one at least. What about the rings?
425.
Yeah, okay.
It's
So
it's the same sound, it's the same particles, it's the same effect.
Yeah, okay.
But only to 425.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like even Soldier can get up faster than that. Let's try Medic. Okay, so normally 320. With this, 384. Slap on a speed boost, you get up to a 425 and then up to a 510. Scout moves at a sad 360, but now he moves at the speed limit.
Wow.
520.
What if you had the
Still
thing?
520. And now to finish off this fine video, I will hit a home run. You're out of here. See ya. Oh! Are you okay, man?